you've got to be willing to work hard. I don't think you can be successful on an ongoing basis without having a good work ethic, without having a great work ethic.
Keith is very humble. He's very quick to praise his employees for the work they've done. He's quick to share any accolades that we might receive as a company, just as honest as the day is long, and he recognizes the fact that the company is the people that work for him.
Keith just has the unique ability to be empathetic with people. He's got a great deal of common sense. He understands business situation. He understands politics. And Keith tells the truth.
And my father has always been, he and my mother have been my greatest role models growing up.
He had the remarkable good sense and good fortune to marry Karen Oden, who's a long-term high school friend of mine.
I think he has a lot of confidence in himself, and I think he's always had a confidence about the direction that he would like Brammer Engineering to go.
I definitely try to emulate his ways as far as running a business. He's my constant go-to. He's my private counselor for sure.
Accepts blame if anything comes about, that he's certain he always is guided by the truth and his faith to do the right thing for other people.
Honestly, I opened my business probably because of my father. My dad has a really good way of empowering people.
I treat everybody the same. My father used to be, I used to say about my father, from the boardroom to the
Washroom, you treat all people with respect.
And you've got to have common courtesy, professional respect. You've got to recognize people and know that they are individuals. They have their own strengths, their own weaknesses, and you've got to treat them with the respect that all human beings need to be treated.
Like his father to him, he would impart those same things to me. The value of hard work in this country, nothing's free. This isn't a free country, but it's a country of opportunity.
I think he truly considers the employees of Brammer as extended family. I mean, he truly loves and cares for each one of those employees.
And since Keith has taken over Brammer Engineering, he's grown the company. Most people in North Louisiana really don't understand, I think, how many wells they operate. Brammer, for instance, operate wells for Chevron, which is absolutely incredible that he has enough expertise, and that company does, to earn the respect and trust of the major oil companies.
Keith's so proud of his family. He's proud of his wife, Karen, and each of his children and his grandchildren, and he is proud of their accomplishments. He's proud of them as human beings. It's a great family, and he's a very devoted family person.
It may stress him out, but he does an incredible job of coming home and changing face to family man.
My dad was a busy man. You know, he was running a company, but he always had time for us.
He's an awesome dad. There's really not much else you can say about him. Dad was really involved. He coached my basketball team, Mom coached my softball team, family dinners, just vacations, just everything you'd want, in your childhood.
Keith has a number of great attributes. His golf swing is not among them.
One of my cardinal rules is you praise publicly, but you criticize privately. You never criticize somebody, even if the criticism is just, in front of their peers. And you try to always praise somebody in front of their peers.
Nothing brings him greater joy than seeing others succeed.
I was given a chance, and I remember when I got out of school, I had a great education, but I was green behind the ears, and I went to work for Shell in Houston, and there were 2 or 3 people that I worked with who were my father's generation, and they just seemed to take an interest in me. And they kind of were the safety net. They kept anything really bad from happening. So it made a big difference in my life, and I wanted to try to help other young people get out of the chute. And then Karen and I and our family, we have been very blessed. And so we just want to share those blessings to the extent we can.
He and Karen both are very generous locally and beyond, but he's not the type that looks for any type of recognition at all. He leads by example because he volunteers. He's very active.
But we all go down and take our turns tutoring. Keith does that as well, right alongside of us, and we've recently started feeding the homeless.
He helped endow a scholarship in my grandfather's name for females to become engineers.
You know, he's on the board at like Mary's House. He's just got so many different like avenues. He's done a lot in the church and in our old schools, you know, for LSU, for Loyola, for St. Joseph.
Keith just has incredible values, incredible morals. His faith is amazing.
Our motto at Brammer Engineering is service, service, service. And Keith is, he's dedicated to that.
Keith has been a real steady leader at Brammer Engineering during the great times and also during the very difficult time. That's something that is important for students to understand, that business is not always easy and it is not always successful.
Disappointments in life, they can be very short-lived if you'll let them be. But if you don't take control of your life, they can be a real problem.
He also is a very accomplished photographer, and we have many pieces of beautiful Evans art throughout our offices. But it's a fun environment. Things are different from day to day.
And it's all because of Keith's dream and leadership ability to work for the Chevrons of the world, the BPs of the world.
You kind of have to set goals, and the goals shouldn't be those big, hairy, audacious goals at first. They ought to be point-to-point goals, things that you can achieve so that when you achieve one, you immediately feel invigorated. And then you achieve another one, and they're incremental goals. And when you achieve all of them, the total of the increment leads you to something that you're really excited about.
Junior Achievement has such an outstanding history of teaching and training young people, students, about business, how to be successful in business, how to accomplish things in business.
I think Junior Achievement is teaching life skills that are going to serve those children well in the home or in the workplace. And ultimately, they'll serve society well.
I remember attending the Junior Achievement Award when Bob Brammer received it many years ago. I know that's something that Keith was always very proud of, and he's very honored to be the recipient this year. That's very meaningful to him.
It's a very special honor, and I'm flattered to have been chosen. Bob was a fantastic human being, and Dot, his wife. It's a tremendous honor to receive the same honor as Bob received, and to be in that same fraternity and sorority of men and women.